Welcome back to Bloodstock TV. We are celebrating our 25th anniversary this year, and I am sitting here with Pat from Fit For An Autopsy.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for
Very
having me.
lovely to have you, man.
It's lovely to be here.
We're just going to run through a couple of catchy up questions about what's happening with you.
Sure.
The Nothing That Is feels like a collection of songs that are so relevant to everything that's happening right now around the world. Are they like when is there even more passion when you're sort of seeing what's going on in this shit show that's unfolding and you're bringing this out live and the reaction of the just the audience and everything about it?
There's been I'm going to answer that in like a three-part thing.
Go for it. Yeah.
So, first part, um, I think we've been doing this for a very long time.
Hmm.
I think on our records, a large majority of the songs that we do are very, very relevant to what is going on right now because what is happening right now has been happening for fucking ever.
It's just that it's
It's
out in the
just
open.
now it's so visual and
Yeah.
now it's so I mean, it's in everything. You can't get away from it. People are identifying with things that sound insane, and the world is on this weird tilt and it's spreading, and it just feels disastrous.
Mhm.
So I think we've been kind of seeing these things, not as us as a band, but just the world has been seeing these things for so long. But we're not your, chase through the woods by a guy with a chainsaw kind of band. We're what's your neighbor doing when the lights are off and the windows are closed and nobody knows kind of band. We're like a humanity is fucking terrible kind of band. So it's darker and deeper, I think, and I think we've been doing it since our first record, talking about the Westboro Baptist Church in our lyrics and talking about poison food in our lyrics. I mean, for Christ's sakes, we have a song called Children of the Corn Syrup. Like, we literally have been touching upon these subject matters forever, and we try to make it visceral and visual so people can really take it in and hopefully have it mean something to them. So that is the first answer.
Mhm.
The second answer is I fucking don't care what anybody thinks. I want to put out what I want to put out. If I think there's a subject matter that needs to be touched upon, if it upsets you, then good, I'm doing my job. If you don't like it, that's fantastic. You don't know me as a person, and I don't know you. You don't know what I believe. I don't know what you believe. But what I do know is when I see something that looks like it's injustice or bad or terrible, and I want to talk about it, don't fucking be in the room if you don't want to hear it. Because I will let you say anything you want to me and we can have a normal conversation, but no one is going to tell me what I can say.
Mhm.
No one. And I think if more people thought like that and we could talk and have real conversation, not show up to a show and throw something at me and give me the middle finger and run out. How about come in and let's have a talk? You might learn that I agree with a lot of things that you think, but there's some things we cannot meet in the middle on. So if the world is listening to me right now, fucking grow up. Your opinion does not matter that much. I just happen to put mine in my music. And my opinion doesn't matter that much, just to me and the people I love.
Mm.
So like it or not, this is what we do. And the third part is it's fantastic when people like what I do. I fucking love it. It's wonderful to know that we are capable of touching people emotionally and getting them mentally charged enough to look into things, you know, crazy things like women's rights and freedom. It's fucking crazy we believe in those things, right? Like, it's insane that we live in a world in 2026 that people are still fighting for rights. It's like, fucking stop. We have so many other things to worry about, like the tyrannical governments around the world that are making us all stand against each other for no reason. So, it's amazing when people come to me, even when they disagree, even when they say, I don't like that you did this. Why? And give me a chance to explain, or any of our guys a chance to explain. It's perfect.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's interesting that all of our records kind of still flow into current times, but this record really hits home for me.
Mm.
The Nothing That Is like, it's dark and it moves in an interesting way, and the lyrics on every song mean something to me and everybody in the band. So, yeah, I really think that this record was like a mark for us,
Mm.
and people seem to like it.
Mm.
So I'm happy.
Very good. And just looking, I mean, are you writing new material right now?
Well, we just released 2 singles.
Okay.
We're always writing. There is no breaks for us because of the way that the band writes, and because Will Putney's at home and he doesn't tour with us.
Right.
There's always riffs flying around. we're always talking about subject matter and risk, and there's plenty of terrible shit going on in the world for us
That's what I
to
was gonna
write about,
say. Yeah.
right? So lyrically, we can go on all day, but sure, we're writing, and I'm sure there'll be a new record in the works very soon.
Hmm.
The Nothing That Is almost a couple years old now,
Yeah, it's what,
24.
2024. Yeah.
Yep.
My
So
God.
we've been, running that record, and it's one of those things where we would have probably put out a new record by now,
Mm.
but the tour offers have been coming in, and people have been really interested in what we're doing, and it's kind of hard to turn down the good tours and the good
Mm.
money sometimes when they want you there, because then we can use and put back into the band and create a better landscape for our live shows and stuff like that. So, um, we did a Lamb of God tour that was kind of a surprise. The offer came in and we had to take it, and that was like almost 7 weeks. You
Mm.
know, sorry to my wife and family, but it's just one of those things that like the offers keep coming. So we decided to put off writing a whole new record, put out a couple singles on the Kill Switch tour. Well, one single on Kill Switch and one on Lamb of God,
Mm.
and we've just been rolling.
In terms, if you were to look at it in that way, is there a kind of a sizable collection of ideas there that is the I'm trying to get new
I
information
know
out
it.
of
I
you
know what
here.
you want. What you want me to say is, do I have a record in the background?
Yeah.
We are going in the studio.
Okay.
That is a plan.
This year?
We will be in the studio sometime this year to release next year. We're going to do headliners. I mean, come on, it's inevitable. It's what bands do. Every
Mm-hmm.
couple of years, there's a new album cycle. I mean,
Mm.
the truth of the matter is Nuclear Blast will give me a spanking if I don't put out a record every year and a half. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I know my job.
Mm.
Them motherfuckers give me money, and if
Mm-hmm.
I want to get paid, I got to go out and do the job. At the end of the day, it's still a job. We still have to do it. We have to. There's contracts, and people want us to do what we do, but also we love doing this, and
Mm.
there's not a lot of room for anything else.
Mm.
So, are we writing new music? Absolutely, all the time. There's ideas flowing.
Over the many years that you guys have been together, just seeing the way this industry has changed and the audiences as well, and how they're sort of digesting the music. You're in the front line in the trenches, so to speak, on tour. You're watching whatever age demographic coming to these shows. Does it look like a healthy landscape to you at the minute?
I guess it depends on what side of me you're asking.
The business side.
The crowds are growing, people
Mm.
are more interested. So, from our perspective, things are good. From a generalized perspective, it's impossible to make a real living being in a band anymore
Yeah.
if you haven't already sunk your teeth in. I wish that these streaming companies and these record companies would care about bands in a way where they realize that, like, everybody's worried about AI. Like, how
Mm.
about being worried about the singer of your favorite band being able to pay his fucking bills? Like, if I told you some of the stories from some of these massive bands that everybody that I know loves, hearing about these bands coming home from like major tours and not being able to pay their fucking bills, it's like, fuck AI. Like, the business side of things is terrible. Spotify and all these companies are making all this money off of all of these people, and I have 3 jobs. I have multiple careers, and like I have no time to do anything. I just want to hang out with my dog and my kid and my wife when I come home from fucking tour. And I can't do that because if I do that, I can't pay my car note. Everybody's got all these different views on the industry, but the truth of the matter is the fans are amazing. People are buying records. The record labels are in between a rock and a hard place because we don't really need the labels anymore, but also we kind of need the labels at the same time. And like, you can go independent, but that's like a whole other route. And there's this whole formula for failure that comes with that side of things.
Mm.
And the truth of the matter is I like being on a record label, but I
Mhm.
don't like the record label making all the fucking money.
Mm.
And that's not a disrespectful thing to say to Nuclear Blast. They've been absolutely incredible to us, but they know how much money they make from us, and we know how much money they make for us. So it's just got to be a give and take. And the hardest part about all of it is we would not be as big as we are without streaming, without all of those things,
Mm.
without the Spotify's. You know, we have a word like autopsy in our name.
Mhm.
It makes it very difficult for us to become popular if we don't have all those avenues to do it with.
Mm.
So the long answer is that. The short answer is I love my fucking job. Everybody that we work with is incredible. And, it's getting bigger for us. So we're lucky.
Excellent. Last question. It's because we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Bloodstock, and I just wanted to get your perspective of you've played festivals and shows all around the world. there is something very unique about this festival, being that it is owned by a family, it's run by a family, it's not corporate. Do you notice that feeling when you come here?
Bloodstock has this aura that other festivals don't carry. Do I love playing festivals? Absolutely. Is it all as easy as Bloodstock? Fuck no, it's not. You know, Alan and Vicky put on a fantastic festival. Vicky is an absolute legend. You know, she took great care of me, and on a personal level, she's been somebody that I was able to turn to at like a really bad point in my life. And I owe Vicky.
Mm,
So no matter what people say, on a personal level, Alan and Vicky treat me incredibly well. They treat my band incredibly well. So I'm very happy to be here, and excited to be here on the birthday of the
yeah,
festival.
yeah.
It's
That's
great,
awesome.
but this festival just seems to really love extreme music,
Yeah.
and it just feels great.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, with that being said, I will let you get on with the rest of your day and
I
relax
appreciate you guys.
and
Thank you.
meet everyone that's hanging around in the artist area and catching up with old friends and whatnot. But yeah, we'd love to see you obviously back at Bloodstock,
A
maybe
couple years, I'm
years to
sure we'll be
come
back. Yeah.
with a new record or what else you have going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, thank you so much for your time. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Awesome.
Thank you.